Police arrested dozens of demonstrators overnight in the latest action against the protests that have spread around the world. Correspondent Michelle Miller is in Lower Manhattan this morning with the very latest for us. Michelle?
Good morning, Chris and Erica. CBS News has learned that Mayor Michael Bloomberg met in secret late last night with both his police and fire commissioners to officially greenlight this operation. Shortly after midnight, more than 1,000 police dressed in riot gear filled the streets of downtown New York, moving in on the Occupy Wall Street camp, bringing heavy equipment and a no-nonsense attitude.
All persons must temporarily leave the park. If you refuse to immediately remove your property from the park or refuse to leave the park, you'll be subject to arrest.
Earlier, police handed out flyers saying the park had become a health and fire hazard. Protesters were told they would be allowed to return to the park after it was cleaned, but without their sleeping bags or tents.
In these cold winter months, they want us to stay here without our tents, without our protection.
Dozens were arrested as police moved in. Some protesters resisted. Others taunted police. Many chanted a now familiar phrase.
We are the 99%! We are the 99%!
They're treating us like we're some kind of violent peoples. This is so sad. This is America.
The decision to clear out the park came just a day after organizers announced plans for a series of protests aimed at shutting down Wall Street and disrupting subway service on Thursday, marking 2 months since Occupy Wall Street began. By early morning, sanitation crews began to power wash the park. And a short time ago, Mayor Michael Bloomberg issued this statement. Unfortunately, he says the park was becoming a place where people came not to protest, but rather to break laws and in some cases to harm others. The majority of protesters have been peaceful and responsible, he goes on, but an unfortunate minority have not been. That from Mayor Michael Bloomberg on his reasons for cleaning up this park, shutting it down temporarily to protesters, but the city says that protesters will be allowed back in. They just will not be allowed to camp out. Erica, Chris?
CBS's Michelle Miller in Lower Manhattan for us this morning. Michelle, thank you.